No, I didn't make out with anybody.
Maybe I did then. I don't know.
Lifestyles of the broken famous. Trying to figure out what my goals and aims is. Going down a road that I know.
And we're back!
and we're back.
Are we actually back? Is this the beginning?
This is the beginning of the episode.
The beginning of the end of the podcast. We're quitting after this.
Me and my friends.
We
who
all
can't be named because we all have felonies and we're wanted.
Yep. Welcome back.
Non-violent
We
crimes.
skipped a week. Why'd we skip a week? Because we're cool enough to skip a week, right?
Too cool.
We're sometimes too cool for the podcast.
Yeah.
And Quinkert specifically.
We
right?
got frats and
I'm
stuff.
busy. I test. Blah blah blah. We've heard
I
it
don't
all
know if that was
before,
the
folks.
I don't know if that was actually the reason why we didn't do it. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
nothing to do with it.
But we're gonna blame Quinkert, that's for sure. This is one of the first times in a while we have me, Brock, Quinkert, and Dakin all together.
You just told the government our names. We all have
Yeah,
felonies,
sorry,
bro.
but the name they're gonna want to know the most is Alex Chavez.
Yeah.
He's not here.
He's not here. And it's
Illegal
because he's on the run.
immigration.
It's because he's illegal.
He's an alien.
Yep. Chavez.
Trump is on him. Trump is on to him.
Oh boy. So this is, correct me if I'm wrong, a podcast where me and three friends correct each other's opinions.
That's easy.
Easy. Too easy to say the beginning of this podcast, honestly. Who won last time?
Me. I won the last time we were all together.
No.
The last time we were all together, you were here.
Me and you tied.
Yes, but the
No, we all
time
tied.
before
Last
that.
time we were...
Oh yeah, we all.
That was
tied.
such a
We all
long
tied.
time ago.
Yeah.
We all tied, but since Quink hasn't been here in forever, let him.
Thank you.
Fine.
Okay. So now that I'm choosing, Brock will go first.
Alright.
Okay. Now, I will give a shout out to Mr. Drew Herman, a student here at Butler University. He gave me this topic.
Yeah.
He tweeted it out the other day,
Yeah.
and I thought it was very interesting. And actually, I'll just go off the top of the head. Hopefully, I get it right.
No, you should just read the tweet.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when opening a door, you know how there's two sets of doors at most places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when opening the doors for people, the first door, like if you say thank you, like that should be done. But it's kind of like overboard if you say thank you twice. Like how many times should you say thank you?
Ooh, this is a common conundrum, actually. This is
a big one. This is what is the okay? Like, do you get mad if they don't? Some people like really like it when you say thank you and like really want that like appreciation.
This should be in
Both
ethics classes
times.
across the board.
Wow. I mean, the first door, I always say thank you. Because you don't wait for the second door. You never do
But
that.
why? Why not?
Because this is not what you do.
You're assuming the second door is going to happen.
But what if you just say thank you for opening both doors at once?
Thank you for hoping you do the longest.
Yeah, that's just awkward. That's just awkward. I always say thank you twice. I'm a thank you twice kind of guy. I don't know if that makes people feel,
Yeah.
I don't like it when people say thank you twice because then you have to talk to them twice.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to talk to you
Yeah,
once.
you just want to like know that they're like.
Yeah.
They appreciate you doing it for them because it's like a little bit of effort to go through, especially when it's early in the morning. And you're like have to open a door for somebody. You're like, this kind of sucks. Like,
Okay,
but
I'm gonna be honest. It's not that much effort at all.
but in the morning it does kind of suck. Like you're waiting on them. Sometimes you wait a little extra long. Like you just feel like crap in the morning because you stay up till 6.
You're learning that Brock is an asshole.
Especially if it's chivalry. I mean, chivalry's dead, people.
Yeah.
Don't open doors for girls. Let them do it themselves.
Yeah. They want to.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes people say thank you, but you can tell they're not really thankful. Like sometimes they do it in that real like snide voice, and that's the worst. That's the worst is whenever they do it in a voice where you can just
give me an example of the voice.
It's usually like girls and they're like, "Oh, thanks."
Jeez,
I don't think anyone's saying thank you sarcastic.
No, but they just seem annoyed to say thanks. Like they know they kind of have to. Like I'd rather you just not say it if you don't.
Okay, Brock, I think you're reading way too deep into that, Brock. You're reading way too deep into that.
People are like, "Oh, thank you."
Like, God, I have to say thank you.
Yeah, they really are. That's how people act. And I'd rather them just not say it at all if they're going to do it like that. But my opinion, like, say it the first time, but 2 times is, like, overboard. You're kind of like, you've given your thanks. It's been said. And you should be good.
I'll always be a thank you twice kind of guy. I don't know. I just feel
twice?
like
I switch
I feel
off.
like you have to
I don't pay
acknowledge.
attention. I don't know. It just happens.
So you're saying say it on the first door?
Like, say it on the first door, and then the second door just...
How about in the middle of the two doors? Like,
But how do you know they're going to open the second one for you? You're not always sure.
yeah, but you just
Or
say thank you then. You're just
what
like,
if
"Thank
they
you
open the first
both
door
of
for
us."
you run around them real quick and open the next door for them?
Oh, Dakin has got the
Could
right
that fix
idea.
it?
That is a brilliant
That
one.
could fix it.
You legit sprint in front
And
of
then
them
you
and
both
open
say
the next door.
that you both
Yeah.
say thanks
You
once.
both say thanks once.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
good
Evens
sir.
out the thank
Thank you,
yous.
good sir.
Now you don't owe this man anything
Yeah.
for when he opened the door for you.
And now no one has to talk. Because you just crossed each other
Yeah,
out.
true.
Yeah, exactly.
No one has to say thank
It
you.
can be
It's
just an
like
unspoken
implied.
agreement. This
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
solve
like,
everything.
don't say a word. Like,
No one owes each
don't
other
say a word.
anything.
We both know that we did something.
Someone start a
Don't you
Kickstarter immediately.
say for opening.
For opening doors the
No.
proper way.
This should be like part of politics or something. Like
Yeah.
during the debate.
Oh, don't
like,
even start
what
on
about-
politics. I can't stand any freaking nominee right now.
Holy cow, I'm feeling the burn, baby.
The burn. Yeah, I'm feeling the burn a lot.
We're not getting
Maybe
into
too
politics.
much, 'cause
Let's just
I
not
had
talk
to-
about it.
I should have wrote some of my paper last night instead of watching all that stuff for like 6
Yeah,
hours.
John really
That was a
liked
lot.
it.
Yeah, I felt disgusting in the morning because I was.
But
like,
you
wow.
felt the burn also.
I watched that for 6 hours instead of
And nothing
doing, like,
happened.
Actual things.
Literally nothing happened.
They basically just.
They
tied
basically
it.
said, it's a virtual tie for 4 hours. And you watched it all.
And then Clinton actually won, but it was by her 6 coin flips that she won.
What are you being serious?
Yeah.
She won.
Dude,
she
it
won,
was crazy.
She
Did
won
you
by
miss all that
3,
drama
and
last night?
Six of her wins
Yeah,
were
Bernie-
coin flips. Like they legit flipped a coin, and Clinton won all 6.
You know that Cruz beat Trump too, right?
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay.
I should
Then
know. That's
old
huge.
Bernie claimed that he lost votes somewhere, but he doesn't know.
Yeah,
where
there was
so
apparently
they
a
lost
vote.
him.
He's like, I can't find them.
I don't think Bernie's the one claiming it. It's his.
Yeah, because there was a video spreading around the internet where like one of the like areas just like there was like fraud or something.
What are you gonna do?
I don't think Bernie really cares. It's a caucus, and he performed. He overperformed.
Yeah.
He basically gave a victory speech.
He's basically done running for president.
Bernie
He should quit now while he's ahead.
Bernie could be Hillary's vice president. Honestly, if worst comes to worst.
I don't think so.
No.
That's insane.
Who's going to be Donald Trump's vice president? I think Ben
Cruz.
Carson.
Ben Carson.
I think Carson and
Do you
Trump
think
are
Trump
a dream
likes
team.
Carson? Do you
Yes,
think Trump
I do.
likes anyone?
Trump
he
likes
likes
Carson.
that. I
Trump
think he
likes
likes
Carson the
Carson.
most out of any of them.
I think he likes Cruz. He low key likes Cruz.
No, he likes Carson more than Cruz.
He
Yeah,
won't,
he does.
he won't
He
like
just
Cruz
hates
by the
Bush.
time this is said and
He
done.
he freaking
Yeah.
hates Bush and he freaking hates Rand Paul. He hates both
Did you
those
see what he
guys.
tweeted at Mike Huckabee?
Oh yeah.
He said congratulations because he got 2%.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. He really is. Okay, we got way off topic there. Okay.
I'll just say that you have to say thank you for one of the 2 doors or both. You can't just not say anything at
Yeah.
all.
No,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
thank you is worse than anything. And then I'd say, this is how I'd rank it. No thank you, worst. Thank you both times, second. But still good. Like, I'd still appreciate that if they said thank you both times. And then the best would be like,
But he'd appreciate his
Sprinting in front of him.
yeah,
and
sprinting in front of them and
Opening
opening
the
the
door.
other one.
Not
Or
even saying thank you.
or saying thanks once at the first or second door. But, I mean, it's kind of taking it for granted that they're going to open the second door for you if you don't say thanks at the first
Yeah,
one.
I know.
So it's a risky move.
It's a risk. It's a risk.
You could
have
look
to
like
take.
an ungrateful...
But Dakin has the
piece
best
of
strategy.
dirt.
There's no doubt Dakin has the best strategy.
Yeah.
And we need to get it started here on campus, you guys. Sprint.
Sprint in front of your fellow...
And open the next door for them.
What is it called?
Colleagues.
Your fellow... Colleagues. That's
Colleagues.
Listen to James Shellhouse.
Students.
Colleagues.
Colleagues.
All right, so I think we're all in agreement on this one.
Colleagues.
We can go ahead and wrap that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock, good job stealing
no
other
one
people's.
corrected me.
Good job stealing other people's thoughts again. Okay. Next we'll go to John.
I'm gonna stop you right there
John.
because I need to be last. So
Wow, you think you're better than
No.
us?
I actually need to be last.
Okay,
You think
go
you're
ahead.
legit
Unless
better
you
than
wanna go.
us.
Okay, I'll go. That's
Okay.
fine.
This
Okay.
isn't how this podcast works. You don't just get to pick and choose, my
Trust
friend.
me, you want it to be
Correct me
last.
if I'm wrong, but basketball takes the least amount of skill.
Wow.
Contrary
Out
to
of
out of all
everything?
sports. Out of all sports.
Of everything, sleeping, eating, taking
Okay.
a dump.
Now, a lot of people, let me define skill in my mind really quick. I think a skill is like some like specialized thing, like hitting a baseball or hitting a tennis ball or like being able to jump. Like anyone can. I feel like any athletic person can get onto a basketball court and they can hold their own.
These people hate it, but I'm listening.
You can't even be serious.
Is that it?
No, I'm being dead
You
serious.
can't be serious
No,
right
I'm being
I've
completely
seen
serious.
so many athletic people that just cannot play basketball for their lives.
I think.
Queen.
But put that same athletic person into
one
a baseball
problem you
game,
have-
or into a tennis match, or into anything else like that.
Bowling.
Put that athletic person into bowling, and who knows how he's going to do. But if you put him into a basketball game, I guarantee you he at least does decent.
But
Have
the one,
you ever,
problem with the argument is shooting.
Have you ever heard of
Yeah.
Mr. Stephen Curry? That guy's got a lot of skill, and he's pretty good at basketball because of it.
Yeah, but that's even an exception. I'll just give like a normal person. Like in high school, we had this kid move in from Africa. Okay, he's legit like African.
Like he was doing
and
travel
he,
dances.
and he could
on
jam
the court.
and everything, but he had no idea how to play basketball. He tried out for the team, and the very first thing that he did was pick up a ball and kick it. Tried to kick it into the basket.
Like that's completely different.
Okay,
Yeah, if
but
you, like-
no. He tried to play. He learned the rules, and he just couldn't play basketball. He couldn't.
Okay,
He is athletic as can be, but he couldn't play.
You know what he'd be worse at? He'd be worse at any other sport. Like, I guarantee you he would be better at basketball than he would
I actually
be
think basketball has like the most hand-eye
at
coordination.
hockey.
No,
or
baseball.
Baseball, maybe, yeah. Baseball would be the only other argument.
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah,
Every
like
sport
dribble-
takes out more hand-eye coordination than basketball.
Name one besides maybe baseball.
You're saying maybe baseball. First
Maybe
of all, baseball definitely has more hand-eye coordination than
I don't know. I
basketball.
don't think basketball really has that much hand-eye coordination.
well,
'Cause you don't
Basketball
look at the
doesn't at
ball and
all.
dribble.
Basketball has no.
Dribbling?
You don't-
like,
you don't
if
look at
have,
the
like,
ball.
If you can
good
dribble a
handles-
basketball, then
I mean, there's good handles and there's terrible handles. Like, some people are amazing at
Yeah,
the
but that's
hand-eye
not
coordination
hand-eye.
that it takes to be
That's
good.
not hand-eye.
it's like that's like
Yeah, it
that's like
is.
quickness
No,
of
it's
the.
not.
Dude, anyone can dribble a basketball into their hand. It doesn't take hand-eye coordination.
Not well. Not anyone can dribble well. You can't dribble well.
Hand-eye coordination would be like just catching a pass.
I mean, like, it doesn't take that much hand-eye coordination. Like,
You
putting
don't
your
have
hands.
to look at a
I
basketball.
Putting
guess you
your
don't have
hands to
look,
a
but it still
place.
takes like hand coordination. Like
Yeah, that's hand. That's
Amazing.
not hand-eye, though.
whatever it is, it takes like if you're really good at dribbling and stuff, then that's way more skill. Than
I'm saying basketball does have skill, but that's not hand-eye coordination dribbling. I'm
Yeah,
saying
whatever
basketball
it is.
does have more skill.
You made a
than-
terrible point there, Brock.
whatever
like,
it is.
I feel like it'd be a lot easier for someone to play like soccer than basketball.
No.
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 Yeah.
No. It's much harder. Soccer's
Yeah.
very hard.
I think if you're in good shape, you could hold your own. Like, being in good shape is like the main part of soccer.
You could play defense.
Yeah, you could hold your own, which is what he's saying. Like, you couldn't even play offense in
Not
basketball.
everyone has to be like a striker or anything in soccer. You can just
Yeah.
play defense.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, in basketball, if you're athletic, you can certainly rebound.
No,
and
you
can
can't. You'll travel with the
You
ball.
can't
and
you travel while you're rebounding. Just stop. Just stop talking.
You'll catch the
You
ball,
can-
and you don't have the footwork to do what you need to do to get it to the person.
Oh my god, Frank, this is such a stupid sports argument. I didn't expect this out of you.
What do you? How is this a stupid sports argument? The only thing you brought up is Brock's brought up hand-eye coordination,
about,
which is
like,
a stupid
what
point.
about,
Name
like,
more sport.
bowling?
Name sports.
Bowling.
Bowling.
You need more skill in bowling than basketball? No. I know a bunch of turds that can bowl really well. One of them is legit in special ed classes, and he bowled at 300. I
suck
swear
at
to
bowling.
God.
I suck at bowling. I don't bowl a lot.
I don't know if bowling is really considered a sport.
It's on
Even
ESPN.
like, I feel like even tennis is like.
Well, video games.
I don't know.
are
Tennis is
ESPN,
hard. Don't
so
get me
yeah,
wrong,
consider
but I
it
feel like if you're athletic, you can hold your own on a tennis court.
You can
No,
hold it
not
better on
against
a.
good kids.
Like, not against really, really good people, but you couldn't hold your own if you're athletic against really, really good people on a basketball court either.
That was not my argument. I'm just saying if you like go into the gym and like the HRC, the YMCA, and you're athletic, you can hold your own against other basketball players
Well, if
there.
you're
If you're
just
athletic.
going with your like average person that's played tennis a little bit, then almost anyone can hold their own if they're athletic too.
I disagree with that.
I don't
That's
know,
fine.
Tennis is pretty hard.
We'll just have to agree to
Tennis is
disagree on this
hard,
one.
but I think Quink's wrong. I think he's wrong.
I'm trying to like think of keep like naming sports that you guys think are like would be easier to pick up right now.
Volleyball?
Yeah,
Volleyball is pretty easy. I've only played volleyball like 3 or 4 times.
There's not really a whole lot to volleyball. If you can jump and
If you're athletic,
There's not a whole lot. If you can basketball, if you can jump and run and
Volleyball takes a lot of
there
team.
is, dude. There's so much more. There's so many people that can jump and run and are horrible at basketball. I've seen so many people.
Do you want to do a quick Google search and just see what Google says really quick?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay.
What?
And
But
but while I'm doing that, since we're agreeing to disagree, Dakin can go ahead and bring up his topic next.
All right. God, I'm just baffled right now.
Oh my god.
I don't know which sport. God, I just don't know.
Quinkert didn't come with any examples or anything. That was just.
What do you, Brock? Your argument on every one of them was stupid. Every point you brought up there was not good.
That's what a lot of people would say.
All right. Well, anyway.
That's what you would say.
While he's looking that up, my topic is, correct me if I'm wrong, but like racism and stuff has a lot more to do with like the generation above us than like us, because I feel like stuff gets blown way out of proportion when it has to do with like a generation older than us and like kids our age. Because like I'm not really annoyed by different races or stuff like that, and I feel like it's annoying when it's like news stories and that's all they talk about forever. I feel like it's more of a thing with like older people are really concerned about it. I don't know if it's just like because they grew up with it or what, but I feel like we're kind of adapted to it.
So what do you mean? So you're saying like the reason like. Can you
Like the thing that made me think of it was like with Cam Newton say that I'm an African American quarterback and there's nothing for them to compare me to, and that's kind of scary for them. Like I feel like we grow up with like the majority of people being like black quarterbacks and stuff, so we're like it's not a big deal. But then like the older generation, all they've seen is like white quarterbacks, and that's why it's an issue.
Okay, yeah. So it's like you're saying maybe the racist problems like stem from the older generations.
Yeah, and it's kind of going away now.
Well, it's definitely that's just how they grew up in that era. There was definitely more.
Yeah,
definitely more racism in the generation above ours.
And we have more knowledge and more understanding of other races because blacks and other people and Asians are coming over to America and they're becoming like even with us and fully like they're fully trying to have the rights we have and stuff like that, and now they have those rights to vote and do everything we have, and they're becoming more prominent, so we understand them more.
Well, they never weren't even with us, but
yeah,
in people's eyes, they might not like.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
In people's eyes, like that.
I don't know if it's like older people just like feel threatened by it or what, but I just feel like we've kind of gotten used to it, and like we kind of adapt to like the black culture, whatever, like. Yeah. Rap music and stuff, like doing the dance moves they do, like the dab got real popular. Like just examples like that. Like we adapt to that now.
Yeah,
I think not only are black people not really prejudiced against anymore that much, I think they're worshipped in our culture today. I think like black athletes, black musicians, like they are like for how much they complain. For how much they complain about, like, I mean, I can see some of the stuff, like, is legitimate, but they definitely, like, I can see white people complaining about stuff just as much, or any other race. I mean, that might sound like I'm kind of racist, and I'm not, but it's just...
But kinda.
But not really. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they complain about some legitimate stuff, but a lot of it, like, I think the people of our generation, like, worship... They don't even see the color of these like athletes. Like they think that they're like, you know. Have
you guys heard Macklemore's new song, "White Privilege" 2?
No.
He's basically talking about all this stuff and like how he went to like a Black Lives Matter rally and like he didn't know what to do because he's not black, so like he didn't like feel like he fit in. He felt kind of weird being a person like in the crowd protesting the police.
See, I kind of like. I feel like that's annoying. Like the whole Black Lives Matter thing is kind of annoying because like they're not any different from us.
Yeah, I know. That's
why
Black
we
Lives
have to Matter
do it.
also.
Yeah, that's why we. Yeah, well, that's why we have to do Black Lives Matter because.
But it's such like a double standard
because of the because of what you're saying. Because people still don't understand them, and like people and the cops in like Missouri and whatever are like shooting them even though they don't have guns, and like it's not fair.
Well, like, the people that it started with, like, were attacking cops. Like, if you attack a cop...
You should be killed?
You are liable to be shot.
If you're dumb enough
to attack a cop,
You
Sure.
should be killed?
See ya.
You shouldn't have a life anymore?
Not
Or should you
necessarily
go
that
to
you should
jail?
be
You should go
killed.
to jail. You shouldn't be killed
Yeah.
because you...
I'm also sure
It's a
about that
judgment
statement,
call
bro.
for the cop.
Look.
That's actually like a legal thing. Like he has a judgment call to make. I don't think
Yeah.
that you should be killed.
If you
but
attack a
if he
cop,
does,
you shouldn't be killed, but you're liable to be killed, and that's something that you got to deal
But
with.
there's so many videos of where that doesn't happen and they still get killed.
the one in Chicago, the kid
Well,
in Chicago,
if they
they
don't
got shot
attack him,
20
that's-
times
That was
with his
terrible.
hands up.
That was
That's
terrible.
insane.
Like, there's so many of those bad cases. Like, one in, like, they have very reasonable complaints about.
Some of them are reasonable and some of them aren't. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like there's just so many double standards, and there shouldn't be, because I feel like our generation's kind of used to it, but it's like the older generation that makes those double standards.
Like, I
'Cause,
know-
like, if we had the White Lives Matter, everyone would lose a freaking lid. Or if like we had a white student union at Butler, because there's a black student union. If we had a white one, then the black kids would lose their minds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because at the end, here I'll like quote this. At the end, Macklemore like played a tape of a black man saying, "Black Lives Matter is like if there's a subdivision and if there's a subdivision and a house is on fire, the fire department wouldn't show up and start putting water on all the houses because all houses matter. They would show up and they would turn the water on the house that's burning because that's the house that needs help the most." So yeah, people come back with all lives matter, but the reason people are saying Black Lives Matter is because we need to put awareness towards it.
I agree
And
with
it's all
you.
about It's all about just understanding black culture and understanding it more. The reason why we aren't as racist is because we understand it. We listen to rap music and we
Yeah.
understand them,
That's
and
true.
we know they're people.
And on top of that, I mean,
Yeah,
there's more
Yeah.
there's more communication with them.
Yeah,
Literally, like there's like segregation,
yeah, I know, and like, they're just like
Like
we
in
just understand
Louisville,
them more.
in Louisville, they rioted because a guy like ran with a metal flagpole at this cop and started like swinging at him and hit him once, like with a flagpole, and knocked him in the head. He had like a huge thing in his head, and then the cop pulled out his gun and shot the guy. Like if you run at a cop with a metal flagpole and you start trying to beat the heck out of him with a metal flagpole,
Yeah, that's
you
pretty-
deserve to die if you get shot.
That's a metal
And then
flagpole.
they rioted for that.
A metal flagpole could definitely.
Frank, I think we
kill
all agree with
someone.
them. I think we're also saying there's also very
Well,
reasonable cases
apparently-
they get mad at.
Apparently, not everyone agrees. Like, there's no reason why people should get mad about that. Like, that guy deserved to get shot. Like,
But
I
there are
hate to-
more. But it's worse. We get mad about the other ones because that's not right. Like I'm not like upset about that one because like he ran at him with something that can kill him. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he swung hard enough with a metal
There's a lot of
flagpole,
them
then
like
yeah,
that.
you could kill
But
him.
the thing is, there's always multiple stories unless there's videos also.
There's a video.
Okay.
The video was out. The guy had a metal flagpole and was swinging it.
Okay.
So I guess we can just take a vote. I guess what I'm trying to say is like when our generation gets older, then the racism won't hardly be a problem at
Yeah.
all.
I agree
I
with
agree.
that.
Yeah.
That's
I think, if anything, they might be on a pedestal. I think.
I don't know if we can. It depends if they change a little bit. Because like even like Kobe Bryant, there's a whole scandal and stuff like that. Like I feel like that doesn't happen as much with white athletes, or like Greg Hardy or stuff like that.
Yeah. I think our generation.
Riley
will
Cooper.
change
I don't know if we can worship them yet. Riley Cooper he tries to be black.
No, racist Riley hates black
Yeah,
people.
but he
He
low-key
tries to be
likes
one
to
at the same
try
time.
them.
No, he was
Like
roasting
Brock,
them,
I
dude.
know.
Racist Riley, like, made fun of black people at a concert or
Yeah,
something. and
Chip
got-
Kelly really likes it too. But,
Chip Kelly.
yeah. He's
These guys.
but anyways,
all right. Okay, so that was a good conversation.
what'd you find on Google?
Yeah, you wanna
Okay, you want me to
update
tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Because I ESPN did not support my theory. ESPN,
Yeah,
there used to be
me
this thing called ESPN the back page, and they did this really weird study. Got about 50 sports and put them in ranking from like the scientific study of most difficult to least difficult. Basketball was number 3.
As in most difficult.
Yeah,
Wow.
boxing was number 1. Boxing was number 1.
That's definitely understandable.
Oh,
What was the
also-
last place? What was last place? That was what we cared about.
You want to know what last place was?
Yeah.
The least difficult?
Yeah, least difficult.
Also, for everyone calling me an idiot about hand-eye coordination, it is in every website that I looked up that dribbling a basketball would, in fact, take a lot of hand-eye coordination and is one of the best ways to work on your hand-eye coordination. And they actually have, like, therapy people dribble tennis balls to work on their hand-eye coordination.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's like looking at the ball. I'm saying you don't have to look at the ball to dribble it. Like, you have to look at
It's
a
still
baseball
considered
to hit it.
hand-eye coordination, though, even if you...
What is it?
You want to know the
Because you're
five?
still looking
You want to
in
know the
front of
five
you
most
ready
least?
to
I
jump.
kind of agree with these. Curling, bowling, shooting,
See, there's bowling.
billiards, and fishing is the least skillful sport.
I say
Billiards.
I say pool's
What are, like,
hard.
the top 5 hardest?
Yeah.
The top 5 hardest:
Billiards.
boxing. I thought this was going to be number 1. Number 2 is ice
Boxing
hockey.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Hockey's
hockey's
hard.
Football, basketball. Basketball is number 4, I guess. Wrestling is number 5.
Wrestling.
Tennis is number 7 for Brock, though. Tennis is number 7.
So I guess my
So it
bowling
is behind
argument is pretty
basketball.
But it is behind
It
basketball.
is, in
Billiards.
fact,
I wanna
3
see
spots
this.
behind
It is,
basketball.
it is.
And I did admit
So
it is
I
a
was
hard
extremely
sport.
wrong, but you were also kind of wrong.
I said it was an extremely hard
Okay,
sport, but it's...
John, your topic, please.
God, I'm just
So-
stunned. I want to see the science behind this because I'm stunned.
Dude, there's like a study. I'll show you.
So that's
I'm
two things
stunned
that I
by
got.
billiards. Billiards is hard.
But it's not as hard as
I'd say
like,
it's kinda
other
hard,
stuff.
dude.
Like,
I don't know.
Billiards-
Maybe every pro just like hits every ball.
but that's like
Yeah,
to me
It's
like
a lot of practice.
That takes
I
a
guess.
ton of skill.
I guess if anyone practiced, maybe it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Takes a
I
ton
wanna
of skill.
see- I
If
wanna
you
see
think
that.
about it, it takes a ton of skill.
All right, my topic. Okay.
Do you have one, sir?
Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we should end. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here's why. We're college kids, right? We may not have the resources, the funds to keep going,
Correct me if I'm wrong, costs money.
and we have so much time in life, to do this when we have the money, when we have the time to do this for fun, later on. Maybe right now is not the time to do correct me if I'm wrong. Thoughts?
That's a quitter's attitude.
I knew John was going to say something like that. I swear to God, I almost said it like when he said he was going last.
So I was right at the start of the podcast. I
Yeah,
was on to something. I hinted at it.
something, huh?
I was on to something. I'm not going to correct you. I think you're right. I think that we haven't put our full effort into this, and I think if we're not going to put our full effort into it, it's not worth doing.
All right. What do you guys think?
Are you going to correct him, Dakin?
I don't know what to
He's
say.
speechless.
The mic costed money.
Yeah, but the mic was a
It was a
I
gift at first.
the mic was a gift at first, and then it was a gift at second because I got it for Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
It was always a gift.
But there's
So
no
you
free
tell us
lunch.
it's our
You pass
last
up on
episode.
another gift for this.
For at least this is our last episode for a while, probably. Yeah.
To all of our fans, if we can get at least 10 fans that say that they don't want us to quit,
Donate
Maybe
money.
we'll consider it.
yeah.
10 fans, $2 a piece, and we're in for another month.
But I love podcasts. I love doing this, and I really would love to do more podcasts with
Yeah,
you guys
I
in the
think-
future.
I think it's been really fun, but I think that during college it's just too hard to keep up with it all.
Yeah.
And we haven't...
Quinkert hasn't said anything.
Me?
Yeah.
It's whatever. I agree. I agree with everything you said so far. I can't disagree with anything you've
Okay.
said.
It's just sad, right?
It is.
And I stunned you guys by doing it on the podcast too. This is the first time I've even introduced this concept to these guys. They had no clue. And they're stunned.
Well,
They're
should we
stunned.
vote for the last winner then?
Yeah, maybe. But I think there's one more thing we gotta do. Is Chavez in there? Maybe Chavez has to come say a final goodbye as well. You guys talk about things.
I'd just like to say that we love all of our viewers, and that's about it. Or I guess they're not viewers, listeners. Also, I'd like to clarify that I was right about both the previous things that I said earlier.
Oh my
That
god.
Quinkert called me an idiot for. Thank you, everyone. Shout out God. Shout out Jesus.
Brock was also trying to degrade the only sport I'm good at in tennis.
No, I wasn't trying to degrade it. I said it's a very difficult sport, but I said it's like
I'm not bad at
equal.
baseball. Let's see where baseball is.
It was like 3, and then basketball is 4. Or football is 3.
I think that I'm also going to argue with football.
Baseball's
being 3
right behind gymnastics
because it depends
and
on
martial
what
arts
position you
at
are.
number 8.
Like if you're a wide receiver, I feel like anybody that's really athletic, like
No.
it takes skill to like run routes and stuff. But if you're really fast, really athletic,
Try and catch a ball.
I mean,
quarterback throwing
there's
at
more important matters
65
right now.
miles an hour.
Oh, I'm athletic, and when I tried football, I got injured right away, and it was done. I was done.
well, being like I guess you could consider that a skill, being like durable, but it's not really like a.
I don't know.
It's not really something
I guess
that you
I'm just
learn.
a piece of shit. Or
That's
something.
not something that you learn. Like
So,
So,
do you want to declare the winner, then say goodbye?
I guess so.
Okay.
Matt, do you want to say goodbye, or producer?
Bye.
Producer said goodbye. All right. So we gotta declare a winner.
the last final winner.
Yep. We'll do the old phone thing.
Keep in mind which topic invoked the most conversation. How do we do the phone thing again?
We go into like notes or whatever, and you just type it in, and then we all put it down.
You mean
once.
first, second, and last?
No, just put the winner.
Oh, okay. Can we vote for ourselves?
Matt's playing some music. No, you can't vote for yourself.
Okay.
Felt it was appropriate.
Come play this in the mic.
We can hear it. They can hear it.
You can hear
Our
it.
listeners can hear it. All right, on 3,
All right, you guys
1,
ready?
2,
Guys
3,
have the winner? You
go.
have the winner?
Yeah, I hope I get it.
John Dakin, John.
Wow. Wow. John is our winner.
John put the most effort into this podcast.
He did.
I think he deserves it.
I think he deserves the last win.
And it was tough for him to, it was tough for him to say goodbye.
Yes,
to
I love this so much, but I just knew it was time.
Everything runs its course eventually.
Thank you guys for being here with me, being a great crew, and arguing opinions,
That's what it comes down to.
And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in every week, putting us on the popular page on Spreaker.
How many listeners did they usually get?
We average about 100.
That's not bad.
Yeah, per podcast.
If you think about it, that's 100 people each week.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it.
Yeah, you really got to
100
think
is
about
100.
that one.
Thanks for the analysis.
You really have to think
You really
hard.
have to think hard for that
That
one.
is hard to think about. I can see why that took a lot of
Yeah.
thinking.
Well,
It's hard to say the final goodbye, isn't it?
And
guess it's
we're
goodbye.
gone.
I guess this is goodbye to Quink for the semester also.
Yeah.
We won't be seeing him
We won't be seeing him. This was the only way we could see him.
so.
yeah, since I've been over here 3 of the last 4 nights to play Catan, I suppose this is the end.
Catan. And thank you to Jimmy Fallon for letting us say, and we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special permission.
Yeah, thank you. Wow.
Well, goodbye,
Adios.
gentlemen.
See ya.
Catan?